Hi, welcome to my vlog. Um, I'm going to be talking about my hobby and something I like to do and play, which is tabletop gaming. Wargaming, whether it be, well, specifically Warhammer. There's a Star Wars game, uh, a game that I've recently gotten into, and and Dungeons and Dragons. For the most part, it started off as, kind of oh, cool, Dungeons and Dragons, I'd love to get into it. In elementary school, I actually played a Lord of the Rings game, which is still incredibly popular in most of the world. It turns out. For the most part, for the game. It's all dice. Most of these games uses a D6, which is your standard board game six-sided dice. Um, I have a variety of models I quite enjoy. Um, this has been a recent project. This is my largest one to date. Um, just to give a size comparison, this is supposed to be the size of a normal human. This is for my army in Warhammer. This is their second largest figurine. I say figure because this isn't a miniature at this point. This is the second largest you can get for their army before you have to start ordering from the company itself. After that, there is one larger called the Riptide. No, this is the Riptide. It is called the Storm Surge, which I plan to get. It's like 1.5 feet tall. After that, yeah, you have to. They're over $1,000 after that. This was almost 150. Kind of a fun thing here. You build them all on. This is not for that, but these are an example. They come on. I think it's called PMS plastic. It is hard plastic, and you need clippers to cut it. For the most part, you have to build them. You don't have to paint them, but there's a huge community for just painting them on their own. To the point where, for an example, I have 4 different brands of paint in front of me. There's a company known as Green Stuff World, which make a lot of. They don't make more. They make a lot of unique paint, such as this, where this is fluorescent yellow. It's hard to see on camera. It does glow under UV or blacklight, which is really cool. They have some other cool stuff, such as these, where might not show on camera. No, not really, but they shift in color. There is Citadel, which is currently the top brand. It's owned by the company who makes Warhammer and their subsidiaries. There is Vallejo, which is I think they're either Mexican or Spanish. They make some really good stuff. This is a really deep blue. This is from Army Painter, which I believe is a British brand, much like Citadel. This is one of their more recent paints. It's similar to this one. Just not as shiny. And then there has been a resurgence of a company called AK Interactive, which this white is almost empty because of how much I've used it. I really enjoy using their paints. Yeah, it is a hobby that you don't have. There are people who get the figures, don't actually play the games. There's people who, like, I have done this myself, just paint the models for people, and you commission work. It's what it's called. For the most part, it's stuff like that. It's you have to. There is a little bit of research you need to do, such as, like, when putting certain models together. There's as an example, this kit for Star Wars Legion, which is the Star Wars tabletop game that I play. There's 2 or 3. After a certain couple years, their models were softer plastic. So something like this, which is plastic glue, does not work on them. It's not the right kind. You need that hard. You have to cut it out plastic. Super glue, though, is an option. Before I end this, something really cool is I have made and discovered how to make volcanic bases. There is a cat hair on this. Thank you.